In this video, we'll check the ALPAKA Traverse Backpack 30 liter in blue. First, we'll see the fit on both male and female. Then we'll do a quick tour of the features. After this, we'll check what fits inside. Then we'll talk about the pros and cons, moreover a little bit the specs, and finally, should you buy this backpack or not. Let's go! So let's go for a quick tour of this backpack. As you can see, the blue is really sharp. I really like it, and the texture is really good. I really like this look and this material. First, we'll talk about the exterior. On the front here, what do you have? You have quite nothing. Just you see a lot of different zippers. So we'll talk about all these pockets after. You don't have on the side external water bottle pockets, but you do have this and this right here. On this side, you have a handle right in the middle, which I really like. Then on the top you have the handle on the back, a little bit like on the X-Pac Pro 2 from Air. And on the back you have some very nice straps. I really like the padding. It's different from what they've done on their other backpacks, so I really like this more. You have the standard ALPAKA sternum strap like this, magnetic. Then you can adjust it and to fit different positions, but there is no rail. You have the ALPAKA branding here. And then this is the cushion, which is very good. Then you have this kind of 4 parts like on Air backpacks. And you have a vertical luggage pass-through like this. And it's quite comfortable. The hardware here is standard ALPAKA, so it's unbranded, but I think it's in-house metal buckles like this. Talking about the bottom, you have nothing of interest. And that's quite it for the external tour. Now let's go for the pockets. First of all, if you are on your seat and you want to access your top pocket, then you can access this one, which is a padded pocket with a black thing. Quite nice to put some glasses or some small bits and pieces. Then you have some quick access pockets on the front. And here is the part that I think they took inspiration. I mean, you have a lot of different bags, but I think they took quite some inspiration from the Evergood CT26, CT20 or CT35 of course also, but especially the CT26. And so you have this quick access like this, and as you can see, it's very reminiscent of Evergood. I mean all the backpacks with this kind of access. You have a keylish here, magnetic. You have a pocket, a sleeve here, 2 pen pockets, and then another one. You don't have a zipper inside here, which would have been a good idea, but you don't have it. And then if you like the other side, you have also something here. So you have a small pocket like this. No organization inside. It's just a plain small pocket. So one here and one that goes to the full extent. So that's a really nice addition from ALPAKA. I really like this layout. Then on the external kind of pockets, so we don't have external water bottle pockets, but we do have this. So it's an internal water bottle pocket. I was a little skeptical about this external water bottle pocket because I'm not really used to this kind of pocket for water bottles. But in the end, I really like it. And as you can see, this is the external material here also. And I think it's really practical and it's really roomy. It eats up, of course, a little bit of space on the inside, but we'll check it in the what fits section of this video. So really a nice surprise for this. Here you don't have AquaGuard zippers, but otherwise you have AquaGuards everywhere. On the other side you have this kind of pocket, a little bit like on the Air Travel Pack 3 Small, so it's like a passport pocket or something like this. You don't have a secret pocket. This is kind of the secret pocket that ALPAKA likes to put otherwise. Then you have access to the laptop compartment. Fully padded, same padding than on this pocket, all black, and you don't really have a false bottom. I mean, you have a mini false bottom, but it's almost nothing. I can almost touch my fingers. So really simple laptop compartment, nothing else here. You just see on the side there's a little bit a thing like this, then some loops here, and then we go to the main compartment. So let's open it, AquaGuard also, and it looks a little bit like this. This is the internal water bottle pocket, so as you can see it takes some space here. Then you have two small pockets zippered here. Nice, you have a sleeve here. And what you can see here is this kind of thing, right? This is a laptop compartment and it's divided like this, and you can actually access the laptop compartment if you put your finger right here. This is the laptop compartment behind. On the panel you have two pockets. As you can see, if I put some things inside, it does some white thing like this. But yeah, it's not a big deal, but just to know that it makes some little white marks that are coming off if you do something like this. That's it. And here also this pocket like this. And I think that's pretty much it for the tour of this backpack. So here I have an example of a load. Let's check it out. The look is kind of like this when it's fully packed. Okay. We have first on the side, you have the water bottle inside the water bottle pocket. As you can see, oh voila, 24 O's, and it fits perfectly. Really a good thing about this water bottle pocket. Then if I need to quickly access on top on some things, I have my Soundcore Liberty 4 Pros right here. Quick access on the side. I have here some little bits and pieces, my Revivon A28 and a Joby stand. Another pocket, quick access. As you can see, it's quite packed. So you don't have much space in this front pocket when everything else is quite packed. So I don't have a lot of space here. I can still put some bits and pieces, but not much. So I just put a power bank right here and then another light right here. But as you can see, fully packed, not a lot of space in this front pocket. And then if I want to access my laptop, let's go. So I put my MSI, as you can see, 15.6 inches, and I still have quite some space, maybe not here on the corners. So this is the limiting factor, but here in the height, since you have no real false bottom, you have a lot of space. So if I remove it like this and then going to the main compartment, here you go. As you can see, I have space to fit a M packing cube and an S packing cube from Peak Design, quite fully packed. And here I put a mouse and some charging cables. And so here is the M packing cube from Peak Design, and here is the S packing cube from Peak Design. And that's it for the what fits inside. What do you think? Is that enough? Not enough? Tell me in the comments down below. Let's go for the pros and cons. So 3 pros, 3 cons as always. We begin with the cons. Con number 1, it's rated at 30 liter. If you do the math with the dimensions they give you, we will verify the dimensions in the spec part of this video. It should be 24 liter and not 30 liter. So I know the measurement is always kind of a little weird. Maybe you have some more space with the pockets like this, or I don't know, but it should be around 24 liter and not 30 liter. So maybe it's a little bit more, but 30 liters, 6 liters more. Not quite sure about it, even if it's roomy for a backpack at this size, but even more space would have been even better. Second con, I think, is the weight. We will also check it in the spec part of this video to verify, but it's 1.5 kilograms, which is 3.31 pounds. On paper, I find it a little bit heavy. For 30 liter, I mean, it's maybe okay, it's not ultra or anything, but I feel like it's a little on the heavy side. And the last con is not really a con, but I really like this material. As you can see, it's really like new. I didn't see something like this yet, but maybe I would have liked an X-Pac or an Ultra or an EcoPack variant with the usual fabrics like this, and maybe it would have been a little bit lighter at 1.2 to 3 kilograms. It would have been better. Now talking about the pros. So the first pro, I think, is the layout, which is reminiscent, like I said, of the Evergood's CT26, and I think it's pretty much comparable to the CT26. I really like this opening on the side, Evergood style, and yeah, everything feels right at place, which is not always the case with ALPAKA backpacks. So really a thumbs up for the layout that I really like, and also the very good surprise of this integrated water bottle pocket. Really like it. Then the second surprise, I think, is the comfort. It's super comfortable. I really like it. I really like this. I'm not sure it's new, but I think it's quite new padding, and the way they do this, really thumbs up also from me. Really like it. And the last pro, I think, is with all this offering, maybe you would have thought of a high price tag, but it's not that much. It's about 179 euros in Europe, and in US I don't know, but it should be around $180. I think I find it well priced for a brand new bag. If it's still a little bit too much for you, don't forget that you have a 15% discount code down below. So now let's talk a little bit about the specs. First we will check the weight. They say 1.5 kilograms. Let's check it out. So I measured it many times and I have 1.35 kilograms, which is less than what they advertise, 3 pounds. So I know my measurement tool is not so precise, but I've used it for a lot of reviews and it's about right. So I think they put 1.5, I don't really know why, because this is better actually, 1.35 kilograms. It's more acceptable than the 1.5 kilograms they advertise. Little weird, but anyway. So now let's check the other dimensions. The first thing is the height. They say 47 in height, which is 47 centimeters, which is about 18.5 inches. Let's check it out. Yeah, I think that's about right. 47 centimeters. That's good. Then talking about the width, they say 28 centimeters, which is about 11 inches. 28, maybe a little bit more. If you squeeze it, it's 28, but otherwise it's more 29, 30 in width. So this would explain the 30 liter a little bit better than what they put on the website. And then for the depth, they say it's 18 centimeters, which is 7.1 inches. Let's check it out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it about it. It's not far from it anyway. So yeah, that's good. It's just the weight, I'm not quite sure. I think they put a little bit more than the actual weight of the backpack, but that's it. And then for the rest, so 30 liter, not quite sure about it. The material is in-house Axoflux 400G and the interior is 300G honeycomb. And like I said, I really like this material. It feels really different from what I've seen from other alpaca backpacks. Really a nice material. Finally, should you buy this alpaca backpack, Traverse backpack? Well, I think it's a really good value for the money and the build is very good, of course. Then the layout is particularly useful. I really like it. This backpack has some cons, but I think it's really one of Alpaca's bangers right now in their backpack listings. I can really recommend it. If you want something else from another brand but kind of the same philosophy, you have the Air Travel Pack 3 Small here in Ultra. So it's of course more expensive. It's not twice the price, but almost. So it's really different. I like a little bit less this compression strap. Here you don't have any compression, but yeah, I like these compression straps a little bit less than what we have here, but it's pretty comparable in terms of size, as you can see here. In terms of width, this one is a little bit wider, but then for the comfort it's a little bit better. For the weight it's about the same, a little bit more here I think. And the water bottle, definitely this one is better than this one. This one has just the advantage of being external. And then it's two philosophy with here the admin panel where you can put a lot of different things very well organized, and here it's more about quick access. So two very different in the execution, but the philosophy is kind of the same. They are both around 30 liter backpacks, and this one is cheaper than this one, but then you don't have Ultra and you don't have other features. But do you need them? That's a great question. So if you are looking for a travel backpack, a small travel backpack that is a good value for money, that is comfortable and that is good looking with quick access, well, I have this and I think I don't really have a comparable offering at this price point from other brands like this. That's definitely a great bag. If you watched until here, it's because you like the content, so don't forget to put a like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.